Hey guys, Ollie here and welcome to another video on my channel. This is going to be a youth scouting video. So the aim for this video for you to find out is, firstly, do scouts matter basically? Does having a 5-star scout have much more impact than having a 3-star scout? 3-star scout have more than 1-star scout. The second thing is, does places matter? Where you send them? So a lot of people say you're best to send them to Central Europe or South America because they generally work best. Or if you send them to a cheap country like China or something, does that work well? But which we'll find out. But the third thing is going to be if you give them a type to search for. Does that improve anything? Because a lot of people will just search any, but if you're searching for a specific player, that can help. But does it bring back on average better players? So we've got a 5-star scout here in Portugal. Who's brought back a few decent players, but we're looking around that 80 mark for the potential to get into our youth squad. So we've got a couple decent players here so far, but not a lot to really report home from. We got this he was actually a scout future star who I didn't really mean to get. I just bought it, and then this is the next career that actually started, so didn't really intend to have him, but there you go. We have a scout future star. This is only used for one season, so it don't really matter. We have a very good goalkeeper in our second one. The first 3 scout missions were without any player type to search for. So we found a couple of decent players in Portugal. Got Mario Ruiz, looks good in Spain, and in Germany, 1-star scout has brought back one player, which is alright, I guess. He's brought back Kenny Prince Castro, who looks alright, and he brought back another player who wasn't really good enough, so Lucas Rock, I think it was, who we just had to let go. So this time we're going to send them out with instructions. So we've gone to Nigeria, physically strong. We've gone to Spain, search for a winger. Argentina, technically gifted. So what we're also going to see is, do these player types come back more often than not? So we've got a first scout here. We've got Vicente Lavado, who should hopefully be technically gifted. A 1-star scout, no one's like, who went to the Netherlands, not Spain. Sorry about that. He brings back no one, but that's alright. On to the second month now, and we're gonna have a look again what our scouts bring. He's brought back Victor Manuel, who looks very good, has quite good overall as well. Hopefully he'll be a good player. Holland again, no one. And Nigeria brings back Prince Ochiji, but I don't even know what his name is. Brings him back. So we're going to have to move on to the third and final month now of these scouting missions. Argentina brings back not really. I mean, there's Sergio Vega. Apart from that, we take on Blanco because why not? Holland actually brings back someone from our 1-star scout, costing 14,000. Brings back a decent player, and we got something Hogan I saw from Nigeria. So we're gonna have a look at these players. So it is mostly the 5-star scout bring back the players, but we're gonna see how accurate these player types are for places we did search. So Argentina's brought back 2 attackers and 2 technically gifted, so there's 2 kind of similar. I think they'll bring back the similar ones around that area, so you're not going to go and find an attacker and bring back a defensive minded like that. That isn't going to happen. So we're going to start another thing. It's going to be more about places. Going to see if that has an impact. So we send our 5-star scout to China, our 3-star scout to Brazil, and our 1-star scout is going to go to Slovakia. I don't really know why I did this. I don't know why I've got a 1-star scout, because he don't really bring back anyone really, but just to see if places do have an impact, as China is the joint cheapest place to go to, costing about 18,000 per 3 months. As look, yeah, 1 player and another one who looked okay, so that's good. Brazil doesn't bring back anyone really that good, so China's winning so far. So that tends to indicate it's not where you send them, it's the actual scout itself. So, because of course going to Brazil will cost like 5 times as much as going to China, for example. If you're a low team and you're tight on budget, that can help. So we've just found a good goalkeeper from China as well, and to us as well. Brazil brings back Pedro Alvarez, who looks alright as well. We'll have to see how these players end up. So this is our final month scouting Brazil, China, and Slovakia. So Slovakia brings back he's alright, but just nah. Look, it brings back, oh look at that, Kenshi Zhu. He looks very good. He looks very good, and we take as well. So that's about 4 or 5 players in China. I think that's more than we got from Brazil. So that shows it's a scout who does it. So we're going to send some players out for some scouts out for the last 2 months of the season. We're going to put our 1-star scout to France to find us a winger. And we're going to put the next 2 scouts. We're going to send another one to we didn't send him to New Zealand in the end. We send him to the United States to find us a attacker type player. So it's also seeing if these players we do scout, if their types right, and send him to New Zealand to find us a goalkeeper. So we're gonna have to see if these players come back alright. So that's 3 questions really interesting. As we have a quick look for our youth team, some very nice players there. Blanco can go, that player can go. Victor Manuel looking very, very good as that goalkeeper. Jose Enriquez. So we've got 2 potentially has potential to be special players, which means the potential is at least 91. And we have another very good goalkeeper here, Themis Stevens. So again, it's not the place. I don't think the place has a massive effect, as we get Alex Trapp from United States and as an okay player from France, but as it's the 1-star experience as well, that means he brings back less players generally. So gonna have a look at our last couple. There's a couple of white players on there. France has Ibrahim Favre, who looks good. So that's it so far. So gonna have to count up. To me, as mostly right at the top, the Chinese players looking good. I think it's about 4. There's about 3 New Zealanders. I think Argentinians are there as well, about 3. So I think the majority of the players in the youth squad are from our 5-star scouts. So as Victor Manuel, there you go, 90 to 94, looking very, very good. So what does that sum up? In my opinion, like, this is only 1 season, so it's not, I wouldn't say it's completely conclusive, but the 3 questions I asked to start: do scouts matter? The answer to that would be yes. Do places matter? The answer to that as well would probably be a no, because I think China and New Zealand brought back just as many good players as the likes of like Portugal, Argentina, Brazil all did. So that doesn't matter. Do player types matter? So I've got written down here where he went to. So I think it doesn't really have much of an impact, because Argentina, we had some decent players when we scouted for a type, but then Portugal didn't. So, and we still got some good players in Portugal. So, but I think also New Zealand, we also scouted a type, but China we scouted without. So I think that's not really conclusive. I don't think it really matters. I think the player types we got were generally quite accurate. Like the Argentinians were generally technically gifted, or attacking players for that matter. So that's very accurate. The Americans we got were usually the attacker type players, which is what you're looking for. So I think hopefully this has kind of concluded a few questions for you. As we show, 2 players has potential to be special on both of them. Victor Manuel looks pretty shit in game, not gonna lie. Jose Enriquez looks alright. I mean, he's keeper, so kind of bog standard for the keeper. But thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and I'll upload more content like this. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time. Have a good day.